This is the Golden Gate. It's the East Gate. It's known as the Mercy Gate to Jerusalem. As you can tell, it's been sealed up for a long, long time.
The different religions have different names. The Jews call the two arches together the Gate of Mercy.
For over 500 years, it's been sealed, an ancient gate that holds the key to a prophecy still unfulfilled. But now, something has changed. The Golden Gate in Jerusalem, which was locked tight, may be opening. Could this be the first sign of the Messiah's return? What happens next will shock you. The Golden Gate, also known as the East Gate or the Mercy Gate, is one of the most significant and mysterious locations in Jerusalem. Located in the ancient walls of the Old City, this gate has been sealed for centuries, and its very existence holds deep prophetic significance. According to Jewish tradition, the Messiah will enter Jerusalem through this gate to bring peace and restore the kingdom of Israel. Christians believe that the Messiah's return will mirror this, with Jesus entering through the gate to establish his eternal kingdom. But there's something even more extraordinary about this gate. Recent reports suggest that it might not remain sealed for much longer. Could this be the moment we've all been waiting for? The moment the prophecies of old come to life? What if the key to prophecy's fulfillment is now within reach? Is the Messiah's return closer than we think? The history of the Golden Gate seal is as shrouded in mystery as the gate itself. In 1541, the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent ordered the gate to be sealed with stones. His reason? To block the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy. He believed that by sealing the gate, he could prevent the Jewish Messiah, whom many believed would be of priestly lineage, from entering through it. But did he succeed? The gate's sealing isn't just a historical fact. For centuries, it became a symbol of something deeper. The prophecy from the book of Ezekiel stated that this gate would remain shut because the Lord himself would enter through it. The idea that the Messiah would enter Jerusalem through this gate has been central to both Jewish and Christian belief systems. Was the gate sealed by man, or was it sealed by divine intervention to fulfill the prophecy? But could the very act of sealing the gate, meant to block prophecy, have confirmed it instead? The prophecy of the Golden Gate is deeply rooted in the words of the Old Testament, specifically in the book of Ezekiel. In Ezekiel 44:2, God speaks about the gate, saying, "This gate is to remain shut. It must not be opened. No one may enter through it. It is to remain shut because the Lord, the God of Israel, has entered through it."
Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss inspiring discoveries of faith, archaeology, and prophecy. Like and share this video to a friend or family. Your support helps us to spread this word of grace. For centuries, this verse has been interpreted as a clear indication that the gate would be closed until the Messiah came. Christian theologians have long believed that this prophecy was fulfilled when Jesus entered Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, riding a donkey and fulfilling the prophecy of Zechariah 9:9, which states, "Rejoice greatly, daughter Zion. Shout, daughter Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, righteous and victorious, lowly and riding on a donkey." But what if Jesus' entry wasn't just a fulfillment of prophecy, but a moment that forever sanctified the gate, leaving it sealed until his return? Could this ancient prophecy be unfolding again before our eyes? The gate has remained shut for so long. Has the time finally come for it to open? For both Jews and Christians, the Golden Gate holds immense spiritual and prophetic weight. In Jewish tradition, this gate is seen as the future entrance for the Messiah, the one who will restore the kingdom of Israel and bring peace to the world. It is believed that when the Messiah arrives, this very gate will be opened to allow him entry into Jerusalem,
signaling the beginning of a new era of peace and divine rule. For Christians, the significance is no less profound. Many believe that Jesus Christ, the true Messiah, will return through this gate, fulfilling the prophecies of both the Old Testament and New Testament. As Revelation 1:7 says, "Look, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him." The Golden Gate, therefore, represents not just an ancient doorway, but a spiritual passage that ties the past, present, and future together in one prophetic promise. But if this gate is truly the key to the Messiah's return, why has it remained shut for so long? What forces are keeping it sealed? Throughout history, there have been numerous attempts to unseal the Golden Gate, yet every effort has been thwarted. In 1967, during the Six-Day War, Israeli forces considered opening the gate, hoping to assert their claim over Jerusalem. However, a respected religious leader advised against it, warning that only the Messiah himself should open the gate. This profound belief prevented any action, and the gate remained sealed. Earlier, in 1917, when Jerusalem passed from Ottoman control to the British, Muslim leaders planned to demolish the gate altogether. However, on the very day they intended to act, the city came under British control, and the demolition plans were abandoned. Time and time again, these efforts to tamper with the gate have failed, leaving many to wonder, was this divine intervention protecting the gate, keeping it sealed for a reason?
Could these failed attempts have been part of a larger divine plan? What if the gate's resistance to change was meant to preserve a sacred promise? Now, after nearly 500 years, something extraordinary is happening. Recent reports and videos suggest that the Golden Gate is showing signs of partial opening. While the exact details remain unclear, there are claims that the interior, long sealed off and inaccessible, has now become accessible to worshippers. This revelation has sent shockwaves through both the Jewish and Christian communities, as it may mark the beginning of the fulfillment of ancient prophecies. For centuries, the gate's sealing has been seen as the sign of the Messiah's return, with the belief that it would remain closed until that moment. But if the gate is indeed opening now, could this be the first step toward the prophetic fulfillment that so many have been waiting for? The symbolism is undeniable, and the implications could be staggering. What does this mean for the future? Could this opening be the long-awaited signal of something even greater about to unfold? The world is watching, and the signs seem to be aligning. In recent years, wars, natural disasters, and political upheavals have been escalating, with many believing these events are fulfilling the prophecies of the end times. Jesus himself spoke of signs that would precede his return: earthquakes, famines, and wars. In Matthew 24:7, he warned, "Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places." The opening of the Golden Gate comes at a time when the world is full of uncertainty. Could these current events, the very signs that have been prophesied, be pointing to the return of the Messiah? If the Golden Gate is opening now, could it be more than just a historical moment? Is it part of the divine plan to bring about the restoration of the kingdom of Israel and the fulfillment of God's promises to his people? With all these signs in place, is the return of the Messiah closer than we've ever imagined? What happens next could change everything. As the Golden Gate shows signs of opening, theological debates are intensifying. Both Jewish and Christian communities have long held different interpretations of what this gate represents. For Jews, it's the Messianic entrance, the path through which the Messiah will enter to restore Israel's kingdom. For Christians, it's the moment when Jesus Christ will return to Jerusalem just as he promised. However, there are those who question the timing and significance of the gate's opening. Some argue that the prophecy is symbolic rather than literal, while others are adamant that this is the very moment foretold. The conflicting interpretations highlight the complexity of this prophetic event. Is this the fulfillment of centuries-old promises or merely a historical curiosity? With so many differing views, who holds the key to understanding the true meaning of this event? Could the answer lie within the gate itself? The opening of the Golden Gate holds profound significance in light of the Messiah's return. Revelation 1:7 speaks of the moment when Jesus returns, saying, "Look, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him." This return, however, is not shrouded in secrecy. It will be a visible and unmistakable event for all. For Christians, the belief is clear. Jesus Christ will return to Jerusalem through this very gate to fulfill his role as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. In Zechariah 14:4 it's written, "On that day his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives, east of Jerusalem, and the Mount of Olives will be split in two from east to west." This is believed to be the moment when Jesus' return will bring peace and restore his kingdom. Could the opening of the Golden Gate signal the beginning of this final chapter in biblical prophecy? If this gate is indeed opening, are we witnessing the first steps toward the final restoration of all things? Or is this just the beginning of something even more astounding? The Golden Gate is more than just an ancient structure. It is a symbol of hope, expectation, and prophecy. For centuries, it has stood as a silent witness to the divine promises made to both Israel and the world. If the gate is indeed opening, we are living in a moment that could mark the fulfillment of these promises. But what does that mean for us today? Jesus urged his followers to be ready and watchful, as Matthew 24:42 reminds us. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. This is not a time for fear, but for preparation. The opening of the Golden Gate serves as a powerful reminder that the return of the Messiah could happen at any moment. Are we ready? The world is shifting and the signs are before us. The gate has cracked open, but what comes next? The story is unfolding. Are we prepared to witness the greatest fulfillment of all?